damage in prep phase. That's actually good to know. That's it. Okay. Yeah, you don't take any damage in prep phase. That is actually, I think, hardly beneficial that you don't take that damage if a teammate accidentally shoots it, punches it, whatever that is. I do enjoy seeing that.
I think it's pretty understandable that in the onset, teams will destroy those destructible ingredients early until they figure out how to use them to their advantage, right? You don't want to be in a position where suddenly a rotate is cut off for you as a defender, or suddenly there's a burst of smoke that you're not accounting for. Take care of them in the prep phase. Beautiful shot by Nugget to get rid of ACJ. Team Meaty Marley on attack, doing quite well. I guess it's just an attacker side of Clubhouse.
Now, I am curious in terms of, now, obviously we have many things that can deny many things across the board. Now, obviously with those pipes, when they are destroyed, it does emit that fire. I am curious with the Zoto canister, if that then does freeze up the fire, delays it, and then it will explode almost immediately after. I would love to see that if we are able to, but not sure if we will, but we will be able to test it now.
These are questions that will be answered when we get greater opportunities to play the core of Siege. A reminder to everybody about getting access to that beta code. It is for Dual Front, not for the core Siege game you're seeing now. If you want to play what you're watching, you gotta play regular Rainbow Six Siege at the moment. But the beta code that will give you access to SiegeX is for Dual Front. Your favorite creators will continue to stream for about an hour once we're done the official broadcast, which is in a couple minutes, frankly. Once this show match is done and we talk to the winning team, we'll be saying goodbye, and then your favorite creators will continue to stream. And if you watch them and one of the partnered streamers, you can still gain access to the beta code. All you gotta do is link your Ubisoft Connected Twitch account, and you'll gain access to the beta code for Dual Front. That's available on PC and current-gen consoles.
Well, Parker, I am as excited as everyone else to get my hands on it.
Premium với giá trị 29.500 đồng. Hủy bất cứ lúc nào, khuấy động bữa tiệc. Tất cả đều trong tầm tay với Spotify Premium. Từ trải nghiệm nghe nhạc không quảng cáo cho đến bài nhạc ngoại tuyến, bạn luôn có thể tạo tuyển tập DJ của riêng mình mọi lúc mọi nơi. Hãy nhấn vào biểu ngữ để tìm hiểu thêm.
If Marley fails here, that's the ball game. And it's a strike down the middle from Varsity Gaming. Team Skittles will win the very first Siege X showdown. Look at how happy he is. You can just tell how much it meant to him.
I mean, look at all of them. They're stretching. It's just another day in the office. Look at Macy. He's like, this was easy.
I mean, show matches are for fun.
Trải nghiệm ngày 4 tháng Spotify Premium.
Picking up the pieces of a broken heart, 'cause I was chosen. stitch it back together. Better late than never. Steady motion. Can't control my fate, but I control all these emotions. I'm not broken. I'm not broken. Already cried my tears enough for an ocean. I've been in the cold rain on my parade. I'm still on my feet, stand tall like a mountain. I am undefeated, made for the game. Gravity can take his arms around my legs and try to pull me. I'll still levitate. The greatest gift I got is being as holy. One thing I learned, pain hurts but don't control me. I'm not broken. I'm not broken. Already cried my tears enough.
Sớm nay 3 tháng Spotify Premium với giá chỉ 29.500 đồng trước khi hết ưu đãi để bất cứ lúc nào. Không có mạng cũng chả sao. Với Spotify Premium, bạn có thể tải về những bài hát khuấy động tâm hồn và nghe ngoại tuyến ở bất kỳ đâu. Hãy nhấn vào bằng ngữ để tìm hiểu thêm.
Locate a bomb.
Represent, gotta do it hella big, had to run it back again. Light it up, represent, had to do it hella big, had to run it back again.
Your drone has found a bomb. Insertion in 5 seconds. The bomb's location and defuse it.
try. I hope they don't mind. I need you near, something to hold someone I can call mine. Please don't break my heart. Just break my heart.
Phát nhạc yêu thích, hòa nhịp cùng giai điệu, khám phá thế giới âm nhạc hoàn toàn mới, nghe không giới hạn, không cần mạng cùng Spotify Premium. Trải nghiệm ngày 4 tháng Spotify Premium chỉ với 59.000 đồng. Dễ dàng hủy bất cứ lúc nào. Nhấn vào banner để biết thêm chi tiết.
Every detail matters. Your intel, your loadout, your position, but above all else, your environment.
zeroed in on an available assignment in the neutral sector. The enemy has started the extraction. Move to intercept. Op 4 is progressing with the assignment. Move to resecure. Well done. Proceed to extraction. Excellent work. You've completed the assignment.
Siege X Showdown. Look at how happy he is. You can just tell how much it meant to him.
I mean, look at all of them. They're stretching. It's just another day in the office. Look at Macy. He's like, oh, look, this was easy.
I mean, show matches are for fun. We're here to showcase the new goods, but these are ultimately for fun. Teams are going to play operators that you might not see all that frequently. They're going to play operators that might not be in the meta. They're going to play bomb sites that you might not see very frequently. But we got to see in that particular map what the visual overhaul for Clubhouse looks like. We got to see the new pick ban phase in action. We got to see those destructible ingredients and how they factor in to the goings-on of a round.
I mean, whether it's the destructible ingredients, whether it's the audio overhaul, whether it's the picks and bans across the board, we are entering a new era where metas are going to be shaped and defined all over once again for this.
Well, you heard from him earlier today, and he's the winner. So why not hear from Skittles again? We've got Patricia down on the stage. She's having a preliminary chat with him.
Hi there, I am here with Skittles and Team Skibbles. Please give it up one more time. How are you feeling with this win?
Easy.
I mean, you know your way around Siege so well, 10 years, right? Yeah. Do you have any advice for people who are yet to get their hands on Siege X?
Take everything in. It's a completely different game. There's so much to learn. As you guys all saw, there's like a whole new band system, new lighting, new sound, gun inspection. There's so much to learn now. Just take it all in.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for your time, Skittles. It's been an absolute pleasure to watch you play. Thank you. All right, guys. So I'm about to take off, about to conclude, but before I pass you down to Intero and Laxine, I just have a quick word of gratitude. I have been a part of this game for 10 years now. I can't believe it. Yeah, woo, Siege. And in that time, I have met so many incredible casters and fan artists and creators and devs and cosplayers, and it really is my honor to be a part of what is very much a global community that is Siege, right? And so I just wanted to say I'm so thrilled for you all, so thrilled to see what's coming next and how it continues to bring you all together. Thank you again, everyone. Appreciate it. Awesome. Okay.
Thank you very much, Patricia. Gratitude has been a constant theme here in Siege X, and I gotta say, it is really cool to see so many of the people who voice characters in our game show up at events. Patricia is just one of many that we have had an opportunity to meet at events all over the globe, and again, we're not here without you. Today was fantastic. I was a little bit nervous about this event because I know how much Siege means to so many people, and we knew the stakes, Gabe. But if anything, today should show how important this game is and how excited people are for the new era of Siege X.
I mean, not even that, but just for everyone involved in the Siege community, whether new or old, this is a moment for every one of us to enjoy, to take, and to appreciate, and to just live in this moment and to carry it for the next 10 years of Siege and on Siege X.
I mean, if it's really 10 years, I will be in my 40s, which basically in gaming years means that I am on the verge of the retirement home. But we got to see the new 6v6 game mode Dual Front. We got to see core gameplay updates. We got to see them in action in Core Siege in 5v5. There were lots of goodies, and we're not quite done yet. You can still gain access to the Dual Front beta for the last time. My call to action to you. Connect your Ubisoft Connect account and Twitch. Watch either this stream or soon to be the partnered streamers, because we're about to wrap up, and you'll gain access to play Dual Front later today on either PC
This enemy is dangerous, skilled, relentless. But Rainbow's mandate is to protect the world. We have to stay committed, even when we're down. We defend those in need. We plan. We prepare. We adapt. We do whatever is necessary. Because our enemies won't go down quietly. Whoever they target, Rainbow will protect. Wherever they go, Rainbow will be there to stop them. It's what we were born to do. It's what we trained for. We trust in our skills, and we accept the risk. We put our lives on the line for the cause. We put our differences aside. And against all odds, we hold fast. This is why Rainbow exists. The world